Hello, Virgo. Welcome to the channel. I am Jessica. Let's begin, Virgo, with your next message. Let's see what the guides want to convey to you this time. They know it will be important for you. So, Virgo, remember that this is a universal message. Take only what resonates with you and let the rest go to the universe. I only wanted to give you a bit of information so that you understand why you feel this way. With very little energy, it could be a health issue, it could be a stomach problem, it could be lack of sleep, or the opposite. Extremely tired all day, as if we had been exercising, body aches, we simply do not feel energy, no desire. Hey Virgo, endings? When we cut ties, leave behind certain patterns. That is why the last months of 2025 are becoming extremely, probably chaotic, because there's a lot of energy changing around us. But it is a raw transition, a transition for which perhaps many of us are not necessarily prepared, but we are ready to see what this new thing brings. I have given you this small introduction with important information because you will feel very different from the rest. You, Virgo, will feel a lot of heavy energy, yes, but we need to have a bit of patience with ourselves, and we need to be understanding with ourselves. Maybe we cannot, or rather no, but it already happened. So with that energy, and remember that this is also the last eclipse of the year. So Virgo, this eclipse, because it is a new moon eclipse, will mark a turning point in our lives. This is a very important day, especially because the energy of transformation will be felt. With this eclipse, it may feel very similar to a new year. Yes, it will feel like a very different type of renewal. But above all, it is as if the floor is taken out from under our feet, and everything that is not well built in our lives will collapse, so to speak. The universe will remove it because it is time to end situations we have been carrying. So Virgo, this Three of Cups signals a season of celebration, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Apologies to those who may not want to hear the whole introduction. I know it can be a lot of information, sometimes a bit confusing, and some want me to go directly to the reading, but this is important because Virgo, you will feel it more deeply. Yes, so you can understand why we feel sad, tired, irritable, restless, etc. It is also an eclipse. Technology is being affected a little. The internet is not working very well. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune, the celebration you're about to receive, Virgo, is something that your soul needs. Yes, some peace is coming into your life. I sense that you have been experiencing tower moments recently, and that is precisely why the energy of the universe is so beneficial for you now. At the root of the moment, and so on, Virgo, let us look at the beginning of the reading, the Magician card. The first major arcana speaks to us about the power of manifestation, the power of realization. It is no longer just an idea. No, this is a dream. This is a desire, something I want, but being able to actually see it. So Virgo, make the most of the last days of your season because then we are going to begin Libra season. And with that, we will say goodbye to the month. We enter the last 3 months of the year, the last quarter, because the remaining signs, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius, all of them are signs of a lot of power and motivation. And that is what we will begin to build throughout this last quarter. And speaking of the number 3, here, as I said, is the number 3 of Cups. This is a group of people with whom you are going to celebrate, Virgo. Something sincere. Something that, as I said, you were hoping would happen, but above all, a situation that will bring you a lot of peace. I sense something that brings you joy, obviously because this is a celebration, simple as that. But at the same time, it is a miracle that perhaps for some people involves a relationship, a child, a person who feels emotionally well, or basically if you have been sick. This situation will improve because what they are telling you here, Virgo, is that this celebration is only the tip of the iceberg. What you are about to experience, Virgo, is an energy that will revolve around your entire life. The turns of the Wheel of Fortune mean not only does my emotional life change, not only does my life change here, but in every aspect of life, something is about to change, or something is about to transform radically. And not because I want it, but also not because we want the Wheel of Fortune, but because the universe is telling you that it is time for you to manifest it. That is why the Magician card appears, because they are giving you all the tools you need, Virgo, so that you can truly realize this energy. You notice the purple magician attire that speaks a lot about Archangel Metatron, the law of attraction, the third eye chakra, what you think, Virgo, you will manifest. And this precise moment, this eclipse, is the right moment to keep your mind as positive as possible, of course. And now let us see what the difficulty or obstacle will be, Virgo. Here is your translation arranged as one continuous paragraph, with no line breaks and no dashes, using commas for light pauses and periods for strong pauses, exactly as you requested. This is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups exactly is the minor arcana card of the Wheel of Fortune. You think, okay, right? I knew a change was coming. I sensed a change was coming. But when Virgo, for some even Capricorn, may be important, yes. Well, the Four of Cups is about anticipation. It is about wondering when this will change, when I have been living difficult situations, painful situations, Five of Wands, conflict around you. You want the conflicts to end. You want the difficult and worrying situations that overwhelm you and consume you, Virgo, to finally disappear. The energy of the Five of Wands is here. Conflict, perhaps with a fire sign, or as I said, you may have been in difficult situations where you wanted to solve a problem. And instead of being solved, it does not seem to get better. It does not progress. It feels like you are stuck in the same energy. Five of Wands, Virgo. This conflict may have occurred between you and someone, or it may have occurred within a group of people. It will be resolved. You do not have to worry. The Five of Wands, as conflict or verbal discussion, is something that as quickly as it ignites, it will also extinguish quickly. It does not have to be something very deep that we have to understand about our emotions or feelings, but simply perhaps there is someone here, probably Virgo, who needs to ask for forgiveness or apologize. Yes. But again, we find this Four of Cups. And when it appears Virgo, we must be a bit careful. Yes, because this Four of Cups is sending me such a distant message. Be careful when rejecting a very good opportunity. Perhaps the universe has placed it in front of you and we have said no. We have rejected it. We have feared that opportunity or that great experience. Because this Four of Cups, if you look at it, not to mention the expression of this little person, is like, I do not know if I should accept this cup because, of course, other cups probably disappointed you, Virgo. Other situations you have been in may have disappointed you. You did not like how the situation unfolded. Perhaps the relationship did not improve, it simply got worse, etc. There are situations you have lived recently that have disappointed you. The way they unfolded or ended is the reason why you feel a bit, not defensive, but a bit skeptical. It is like, okay, the universe is sending me this situation, but, well, I do not know if I should accept it, because I have had the experience of accepting something and then it went wrong for me, so I'm not sure whether I should accept it or not. Be careful, Virgo. Do not reject a very good offer. What the universe is sending you here is something that will probably never happen again. So in essence, death has you in its hands, Virgo. It could not be clearer. There is a very important change underway. I feel that most people with Virgo in their chart, especially Sun or Rising, are experiencing the transformative energy of this eclipse very intensely. There are situations that need to change drastically. We cannot continue, for example, with this way of thinking. For example, a relationship that does not grow or progress. Someone who does not treat you as you deserve, Virgo. We cannot simply wait for that to happen, right? Thinking that with time that person will change if they have not shown that they are interested in changing. Clearly, Virgo, this death card is telling you, we will help you end some situations that you may not have had the opportunity to resolve or about which you still have doubts. They already know what will happen if you choose path A or path B, so they will guide you toward which of the two paths is better. And that is why, Virgo, some situations around you will also come to an end. September, the month of endings, the month of transformations. Do not forget that October, November, and December will be very interesting months because I feel that the energy will begin to accelerate again. Yes, after what we have lived, a period of confusion. Scorpio energy here with the Major Arcana 13, the Death card. Let us see, Virgo, what the universe has been hiding from you. Here is your translation in one continuous paragraph, without line breaks, without dashes, using commas and periods exactly as you requested. and keeping every detail faithful to the original. What are your guides hiding from you? Here you have two cards, the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And do not forget, Virgo, that with the Death card at the end, this butterfly also speaks to us of transformation, because the Death card resembles butterflies. Yes, take it as a sign. The Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups. As I told you, Virgo, no matter which path you choose, the universe will guide you toward the one that is best for you. Every decision you make will bring you closer and closer to that moment. However, there is a decision you must make, but I feel it has more to do with your emotions. Perhaps it has to do with letting someone go, some connection, finally formalizing it or making it real so that it stops being just a thought. Because do not forget, Virgo, that after the Seven of Cups comes the Eight of Cups, which is precisely about detaching yourself from that situation. But when you detach from something, Virgo, something that does not make you happy, because that is quite clear with this Seven of Cups, more than anything, it has created doubt, not conflict. It has woven a kind of distrust. Perhaps that is why you are so reluctant to accept opportunities or new experiences or situations that appear before you, because it is like, no, things have not worked out for me in the past, so I prefer not to want anything else. Try to change that mindset, Virgo, because every person and every situation, every relationship, everything we live in life has a different lesson. Not everything is always the same. We must try not to generalize. Yes, not to generalize in that aspect. Well, this Nine of Cups is obviously something you do not see, Virgo, something you are going to celebrate. And as I told you, the Three of Cups is exactly the same. But this is something you achieve through divine intervention. This is also something you will feel completely proud of, Virgo. I feel that for some people, there could be some kind of congratulations, like how to say it, like in front of others, congratulating you for something you have achieved, welcoming you back perhaps after some time. I feel there will be some kind of, not necessarily a celebration or a party, but it could simply be a gathering because of something you have accomplished or something you are about to accomplish, Virgo, especially in the work environment. But this Nine of Cups is also very related to the energy of Archangel Michael. Feel good, because there is something here that you are about to achieve, and above all, you achieved it thanks to your own effort. So feel proud, Virgo, of all you have accomplished so far. If you feel that there are things in your life right now that are faltering, that you do not understand what is happening, why things are not going well, why they seem to get more complicated instead of improving, it is not only because of the eclipse energy, but also because we are getting closer and closer to the end of the 9th year. So let us see what awaits you, Virgo. Here is your translation in one continuous paragraph, without line breaks, without any dashes, using commas and periods exactly as you requested, and keeping every detail faithful to the original. This month, the Eight of Wands is in Virgo. This is a multitasking energy, and it is something that must be addressed, not solved, my friend. But keep in mind the amount of work you take on as a Virgo, because in reality, your brain, your mind, is like a computer with 1,000 windows open. There are so many tasks waiting to be completed. I feel that this can also stress you a lot, because the Eight of Wands represents either many good things happening at the same time or many messages arriving at the same time. It can also make us feel a bit overwhelmed because, for example, Virgo, when worrying things happen, at the same time we worry, we feel anxious, sad, depressed, etc. Yes. But now imagine that many pieces of news arrive and everything is good, but imagine that everything arrives at the same time. Even if things are going well, you will feel overwhelmed. So try to slow down a bit. Try to postpone the things that are not necessary, mandatory, or urgent. Try to set them aside. Yes. Because I feel that sometimes this can make you lose control, because you are a very detail-oriented sign. So this can also stress you negatively. Yes, Virgo, the Eight of Wands, energy, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, then water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is a series of messages that will change your life. This is a series of messages that will not only bring you happiness, but can also bring you quite a few surprises. Yes, things that may not be directly related to you, but could surprise you. For example, let us say that you find out that someone is pregnant. that someone is going to get married, that someone is getting divorced, that someone is moving to the countryside, that someone has been fired, that someone has been hired, etc. That kind of news, like, oh no, that kind of news is what is coming in this last month, or rather in the last days of the month. And now Virgo, a card we have not seen in your reading for a long time. I believe I do not remember exactly. The Four of Wands. Fire sign Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I like that this card appears right at the peak of the eclipse energy because, as I told you, the eclipse is a culmination, a turning point where we will see and feel that our lives are changing. I will not get tired of telling you this, Virgo, because you can really feel it. Generally, it is true. If you pay attention, you will see that many people around you are complaining. Perhaps, Virgo, someone says, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I do not want to do anything. Perhaps I am in a bad mood. I do not know what is happening to me. Yes, that is the energy of the eclipse. With this energy beneath us, or rather above us, or rather the Four of Wands, you can let us see one more card, what you will see or manifest during the rest of September for Virgo, please. Virgo, try to give yourself a break. I truly feel you are accumulating a lot with this Eight of Wands, the Queen Virgo. This is you. This is your essence. This is what you are becoming, whether male or female. Yes, there is no gender here, only energy. You are becoming, Virgo, a person of abundance, a person who will begin a much better season in their life. And this is not only a thank you for the effort and patience you have had, because we may complain a lot that things do not manifest. But at the same time, we continue to be patient, almost reluctant, not like, oh, I do not want to keep waiting, but rather, well, I know something will happen. Something will happen. Keep waiting or paying attention to what the universe sends us, which makes us complete some life lessons and understand that lesson in order to receive what you truly deserve. The Queen energy is the energy of complete abundance, and that is why the Queen here wears yellow, because it also speaks to us of this happiness, clarity, the joy you will feel. Virgo, communication, and also more endings, because the sword card is precisely about being able to take that sword and cut a line in our lives to create a beginning. A cut, for example, where I left that job, I left that relationship, I am distancing myself from this friendship. Whatever it is that you feel you eventually must act on, you will do it. Let us see, Virgo, what will leave your life. What will the universe replace it with? Everything. This person has promised you the moon and the stars. Virgo, or has promised you a lot, perhaps not recently. Remember that these could even be promises they made to you in the past. This person is very immature. And by the way, there may be an age difference between you, not necessarily very noticeable, but this person only tells you what you want to hear, but does not necessarily intend to keep their promises. That is why I want to tell you, Virgo, that if this person or anyone else comes to ask for your forgiveness or apologize, do not believe them immediately. Say yes, because they might only do it to get out of this situation. Here an earth sign may be moving away from your life, another Virgo. Perhaps Taurus, Capricorn, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What will they do? They replace it with the Nine of Wands. Virgo, they are telling you not to give up. In fact, you are about to reach the finish line. The Three of Pentacles, the help you need is finally here, Virgo, so that you can begin to make real the life you have always dreamed of. That Three of Pentacles also creates a much better environment even at work, because remember, this Five of Wands told you that there would be a conflict, perhaps at work, in which you would be involved, that you would be part of this situation. Most likely, it will be you, Virgo, who resolves that conflict. But the Three of Pentacles confirms 100% that this conflict will end and the environment will begin to improve around you. We will also see, Virgo, finally, the near future, what your intuition has in store for you. Let me tell you, well, some cards have been drawn, but none have appeared. Let us see, Virgo, what awaits you in the near future. What does your spirit guide want to tell you? The Lovers, Major Arcana 6, represents Gemini. We have the Star, Major Arcana 17, representing Aquarius. Virgo, for some, there is a romantic situation they want to finally become real. Yes, here 2 cards have flipped over. We will keep them. Three of Wands, you are waiting for something to happen. Some people may be waiting for someone to arrive. Let us say it could be a trip, not necessarily a romance. You are simply waiting for someone to come, or even Virgo that you really want to travel, or you will have to do it for reasons external to you. Meaning, for example, a job where they tell you that you need to travel, or because of a family emergency, a situation like this. The other card that appears is the Eight of Pentacles, which tells Virgo it is time to pay attention to the present. Be present. Do not let your mind wander too much into the past, into what is gone, and do not let your mind, Virgo, dream too much. Say yes to what is coming. What you have before you now is this eclipse, with this new moon, with this cycle change, etc. The fact that your season is ending, what you are about to see will be important and will deserve all your attention because these are changes, transformations, where decisions will have to be made. And you must be present in the present moment. Do not let your mind wander too much. And Virgo, this Eight of Pentacles also warns you not to overload yourself with work because otherwise your body could also pay the consequences. Yes, in the end, here we are. What a beautiful ending, Virgo. Nine of Pentacles, Earth sign Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, the law of attraction with the purple of the grapes and the dress, the power of enjoying life as it is. You will no longer feel imprisoned by your mind, by worries, by anxiety, by stress, by restlessness, by unfinished matters. Virgo woman, a Virgo without worries, is not necessarily you being Virgo, but at the same time, we cannot pay too much attention to that thought or that situation because it can affect you physically, emotionally, and mentally. So, Virgo, this Nine of Pentacles will allow you to enjoy wonderful days, as well as satisfy your cravings from time to time or treat yourself from time to time, also because the universe wants you to be able to enjoy what is yours. The Nine of Pentacles will not bring you material abundance because this is material abundance itself, but it does not bring it to you, Virgo, only so you can pay your bills and spend on what you need, but also so you can be happy, so you can also invest in yourself. Your happiness is essential. Yes, after the Nine of Pentacles, we have the golden coin, which continues to affirm this abundant energy. If you notice, it seems to come out of a flower, like where the rabbit is sitting. Moreover, this tells us that this abundance is beginning to multiply quickly, and then the Judgment card shows this clearly. Virgo, pull a card from here. What a good reading. Pay close attention. Yes, I think, but I want to say it. It is February 2026. I think I heard it too. Yes, in short, we must stay alert. I will keep you informed because we need to understand why we feel physically so bad, tired, erratic, etc. There is always an answer for that, especially when important things are happening. Yes, so Virgo. Here is your translation in one continuous paragraph, without line breaks or dashes, using only commas and periods, and respecting every detail exactly as in the original. So Virgo, from the bottom of my heart, I hope that the goodness of this wonderful reading reaches you completely, and if you feel that in some way you connected with the message, please do not forget that the best support you can give me is to give this video a like. If you want, you can also leave a comment, but Virgo, do not forget to subscribe and activate the notifications so you do not miss any new video. So I just want to thank you, and once again, happy birthday, Virgo. Happy birthday to all who have birthdays this month, or rather, in this Virgo season from August to September. I truly hope you had a wonderful time and that you were pampered as you deserve. And now we are about to enter Libra season, which has a very different energy from what we are experiencing. So Virgo, from the bottom of my heart, I send you a big hug wherever you are, and see you soon.